Hello everybody, it's James and welcome back to the Swifts. We're looking at Kyle Skinner, our boy Kyle here, who came through the Youth Academy and we've been playing as the deep line playmaker. And now I've got him shown here because he has made a ton of progress lately in his development. Ever since we've taken him and we have brought him into the first team, the stuff that he's had, it's just been leaps of balance. If you look at like work rate, it's like jumped up to 12, and this is just last month. If we look at like all time, you can see here work rate up, concentration up, anticipation up, dribblings up. His physicals are all on the rise: agility, pace, stamina, strength. He's naturally fit, and this is a great sign for us. I mean, he started at a 2.5 star, and now he is just a flat 2 star. And to be honest, is doing exactly what we want him to do in this formation. Spence, Richardson, and Skinner have all got a good working relationship now. And the even best part is that I've gotten Spence and Skinner to sign long-term contracts, hopefully to fend off the board trying to sell these guys because they're great. I mean, look at Richardson. They may say he may not develop much in the further, but he has 34 goals in all competitions, 28 in the league, 15. He's got an expected goal of 14.3. He's nuts. 2 assists, but that's not what we ask him to do because his boy Spence, on the other hand, has 10 goals, but 16 assists, 15 goals and 20 in all competitions. Like, they are like the two providers. Like, they work great with each other. Spence more the assist maker, Richardson more the advanced forward, complete forward, or the goal scorer, and then Skinner's there as the deep line forward on support. He's homegrown, he's Scottish, he's national, and he just plays simple passes, and he kind of links the midfield. I don't think we had a deep line playmaker who was getting like a 7.10 in the league. I mean, Will Russ was, but Will Russ was playing as an advanced forward, and he doesn't have the goals and assist outputs in as many games. Yeah, 4 goals and 4 assists, 9 and 2, but he was at 7 league appearances, 7 assists there. He's at 8 and 3 and is better, and he's above his expected goals, which is all you could really want. So Skinner is the man. We also brought in Randy Babcobo, who is a Filipino-Canadian. He was released by the Vancouver Whitecaps. Vancouver Whitecaps. He's evasive and unflappable, which means he's got good personality traits. He's professional, and he's an advanced playmaker. And we got him on a hell of a contract. He's not great at marking, but if you look at what we want to do for an advanced playmaker, he absolutely kills it. And is now taking over that role. I'm super excited because we had Francois earlier on, and besides that one game where he got 3 assists, he kind of plateaued out enough though that he got his Turks and Caicos caps. And also, as we learn more about him, now he's got consistency problems, which we all know I'm not a big fan of, though he's still solid and can definitely do a job for us, and we will keep him around and we will use him. Especially now that he's a current international. That is a big deal. But now that Bauco is in the team, it gives us a lot more options, and it makes us kind of feel a little bit more balanced, especially because he is so solid. I think, what is he playing at? A championship level. If he's a guy we can keep hold of, which I hope we can for a while, I think he'll be a solid feature in that midfield, and is definitely that playmaking thing that we want. Technically wise, dribbling, he's not there, but he's got the corners, he's got first touch, he's got free kick taking, he's got long shots, passing, technique, vision, team rate, work rate. He's determined, and he's got the right kind of skills, like agility. He's not the slowest, he's not the pace. He's aggressive. He's just not good at tackling or marking people, but he's aggressive when he gets in there, which is nice. And concentration is whatever, but composure is fine. He's exactly what we want him to do. And he's capped at U20 under Canada, so maybe we can ride that international high for him. Speaking of which, I should probably do this. We just don't want him ever involved. This is a center back. We don't want him ever involved in free kicks. Just get these guys. Ross Murphy, that's fine. Indirect. Randy is fine. Yeah, because like we haven't had him involved. And now that Randy will take over like the corners from the left, that solves a lot of problems. Throw-ins. Johnny O'Donovan. Isn't he a center? No, he's not. He's good. Mentioned filler. Michael Sandoval. Ryan Bateman. Good. That's all good. And then penalties, just because I don't know how good these guys are. Colin Gentry. Kyle Skinner. Really, Skinner's not good at penalties. Well, I guess he's got the finishing and the composure. And then Todd Richardson. Okay, there we go. So, that gets you caught up there. As for what we've done lately, you saw the skid, which wasn't happy. He had 2 games back-to-back losses. Then Fort Marine came in, or Fort Maritime came in, and we advanced in the Scottish Cup by penalties. We sweated this one a little bit, but we didn't miss any of our penalties. And the big thing is here, too, is that Nguyen got the man of the match, because not only did he says missed penalty, he saved a penalty, and then he saved 2 penalties, essentially, which is huge for us. Then Dumbarton Skinner gets 2 goals, which was good, and then the 9-2 thrashing, 3-1, 5-0, and 2-2. So normal service has returned with us not being able to keep a clean sheet necessarily, but scoring goals. And then this one, 2-2, was a little bit of a hiccup against Strainier. But that brings us here to Sterling, and it's December, so holiday season. We haven't gotten anything about our youth intake yet, I don't think. Nope. But we now have a super solid squad, and we hopefully will be able to take this into the game against the 3rd place team. As you can see, the balance is kind of there. Right-hand side is pretty strong. Then the midfield is doing what it needs to do. Randy, I think, will add some much-needed depth to it. I guess I wasn't up to match yet. Smart, Jim. Also, I can go on a coaching course, but I have a gut feeling that the board isn't going to let me. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait and go into the summer. And then once like the summer ends and we hit summer and it's not transfer season, and hopefully we are promoted, I can then ask them about that. I was going to take the picture of the Sky scores with recent development show that it's one less clear that supporters will be watching close. I would kind of hope maybe he will actually let us, do some stuff around here, because I've asked them to improve the use facilities, use squatting, and they just won't. Which is all right. So this is the team we're going to go out with: Spence, Skinner, Richardson's, Connolly, Babaco, Williams, Bateman, Cable, Hong Kwan Min, and David Campbell with Nguyen in goal. A bench of Gill, Simpson, Lathan, Ross Murphy, Colin Gentry, Robinson, and Russ. Robinson has also developed pretty well since coming in and has done all right in like his assist appearances. He's a guy who is just the pace merchant off the bench, can just run at people. He's not a team player, which is completely okay with me. I just want him to be like the flary pace guy who can come off the bench and just run at tired legs. And that's what he's really been doing, kind of replacing Richardson or Spence later in games. Will Russ will come in to replace Skinner. And yeah, pretty solid. So let's see if the team can do here. Babaco had a pretty good beginning to his career here, and I'd like to see him really kind of continue it. Should we win this comfortably and then let them all know that I have faith in them and that they should go out there and make the difference. Away from home, Swifts away. We've been starting to fill our stadium a little bit more too, which is nice. And you can see here, the point tally is pretty substantial. Anon are going to have to do quite a lot to catch up with us. As McKinley, Quan Hai Min clears it. Skinner is going to pick this up. Now his hold of play is good. He finds Babaco. Can get it to Richardson. Babaco is going to continue his run here. He's take the shot here. And Randy with his second goal. His first one was a penalty. But his first goal from open play and a beautiful kind of break play. Babako finds the open pass to Richardson, continues his run pass. Richardson finds Babako, and he just takes the first time shot, beats the keeper far side. 1-0 to the good. You'll love to see it. Good times, good times. It's just interesting. Oh, and they're playing the 4-3-3 with a DM, so kind of essentially what we do, but instead of playing with wingers and playing wide, we're kind of essentially forcing our guys to be inside forwards, as Mean almost scores the header there. A cool, drizzly night here. Spence again in. Oh, that was put behind, and then we're going to see Babako. Yep. Him on his first corner duty. Ball in. Pretty solid, you have to admit. Williams will be here and collect this. Williams, our Loney is a better player by far, but his consistency is there, and he likes to argue with officials, so he tends to get into foul trouble a lot more. Williams is a lot more consistent and a lot more of a defender. So he stays back more. He doesn't push forward as much. And to be honest, I'm okay with that. That's kind of what I want from my defensive midfielder. My ball-winning one, no less. And he's big. He's 6'1", which is kind of nice to have a little bit of height back there to help the center backs. As Daly Campbell clears it, gets it to Richardson, who can run on it, finds it to Spence. And that's what Ryan, Spence, and Richardson have been doing. Just the deep cross in to the other guy and just finding the play. Look at this, beautiful. Richardson's there. Spence is in a lot of space. Him being there has to pull the defender. The wingback can't get back there. Spence rounds the keeper. And then it's a simple tap in for the goal. Put us 2-0 up. And once again, Skinner, not crowning in glory, but he's not a part of the he's the late arriver in the box. He's the guy who's helping the build-up play. That's what he's doing. He is essentially an attacking midfielder that we play higher. So, yeah, we don't play with attacking mid, so we play with a deep line forward. We don't play with inside forwards because they cut in. I don't want to make the comparison, but essentially I play Skinner like a Bobby Firmino. And Spence and Richardson are just my two wingmen. They just don't start wide. They just start closer in, so they're not cutting in. They're already in, pushing the defense and causing havoc. By the way, coming up to Sterling, thank you for the 5 fans who came to Sterling. We really appreciate it. Albon Rovers. Anand really trying to catch up the goal difference there. Putting 4 against East Kerbile. And now we've hit that wonderful lull part of the game. We will do this. What I like to do is take Spence, do that, pick Bradley Robinson, come in there. Crane Connolly can get replaced by Murphy. And I don't have anybody to take up for Bateman. I could put Cable out there. Cable's not the quickest. And he is really not good at defensive stuff. That's fine. Itash Bateman can do. Let's put Simpson out there. Our boy Simpson, and let's put him as an inverted wingback on support. Because at least with the inverted wingback, it's playing into the fact that he's playing an off foot. I'm surprised they haven't yelled at me about his loan yet, because he has not been starting many games, if at all. Gavin Ritchie has picked up a bruise. That's not even on my team. It's going to be like, why am I getting this? Play for set pieces. This is kind of like the normal change I make. Robinson comes in, plays, runs at the defense a little bit, just tires him out. Richardson has such high natural fitness that he almost never is tired at the end of games. Cable. Ooh, that's a dangerous pass, Cable. All right. We are going to get this, Robinson to Richardson. Richardson probably could have waited a little bit on that one, but we won't hold it against him. Steve Simpson gets injured in the 90th minute, so we will just play without a left back. As McKinley goes close. I don't think they're going to be able to do much here to really combat it. Murphy coming flying across in the box-to-box midfield role. Because this is why you almost never use that last one. Williams, nice tackle there. Sends the ball out of play. This one can go very defensive. Cable, good defense. I don't know why they're showing these. I'm not on I'm on key highlights, not like a ton of highlights. Cable, throw-ins. I mean, come on, ref, blow the thank you. Bobico gets the man of the match. I'm pleased how it went. Simpson injured. Let's see how long this is for. And also thinking, God, he's not our player right now because we have to worry about it. But we don't. Did he get the other assist? No, he didn't. He just was instrumental and had a lot of key passes. Simpson is twisted ankle 4 to 8 weeks. Well, luckily he's on the bench. And like I was saying, he's not starting a lot, so he's still not going to start even more because of that. But what are you going to do? Right? As we're now going to take a look here and see when we want to come back, because it is the wonders of December where everything slows down. Paul McConnell. This guy's a striker. And not much finishing. Interesting. Very interesting. I think you guys and we are all going to come back for the Edinburgh City game. Since don't we play in the same stadium? No, we don't. They play in the same stadium as Spartans does. But is it in Edinburgh? Ensley Park. It is in Edinburgh. It's one of the many places in Edinburgh. So, we'll come back for then. So, until the next time we meet in the Cup, I've been James. You've been you. This is the Swifts. And remember, it's not how good you are. It's how good you want to be. We'll see you in the next one, folks. Bye-bye.